My name is Bavil. I'm CEO and co-founder of Electric Automotive Drives. It's my privilege to moderate this fireside chat, especially as an automotive enthusiast like Hero MotoCorp is with us to understand as a global leader how they are driving the innovation. So, welcome Utkarsh Mishra, who is shaping their innovation strategy in Hero MotoCorp, and we will have a very useful his time with us. So, welcome Utkarsh.
Thanks, Bavil. Good to be here. We have been very active lately in the startup innovation ecosystem, and sponsoring this year's huddle is our pleasure. So good to be here.
Yes. So, Utkarsh, I think day before yesterday it was a great event happened in Delhi. Hero MotoCorp is focusing on startups and created a new platform to collaborate with the startups, right? So, can you just give more insight? What is actually Hero MotoCorp co-creation concept and innovation driven approach with the collaboration of startups?
Sure. Before that, I think no one here in the room I don't think there is anyone who doesn't know what Hero MotoCorp is, but still I'll introduce. So Hero has been world's pioneer, world's largest two-wheeler manufacturer for roughly about 23 years now. They have been retaining the world's largest two-wheeler manufacturer officially for 23 years. Cumulatively, the customer strength is anywhere close to 120 million customers whom we have served till now. So I can clearly say and vouch that we have solved for mobility for approximately 120 million people across. The footprint globally has gone to 48 plus countries. Very soon we would be completing half century on that front too. So for an organization like Hero, collaboration has been there since its inception. Those who know the history will clearly understand that Hero earlier was called Hero Honda. The journey started with Honda and Hero coming together, and then eventually the demerger happened in 2011, and then there is no turning back from that date. So the best part of this journey is the co-creation which is embedded in the system of Hero MotoCorp since starting. Whether it's with Honda, eventually post demerger, Hero in itself has taken all the metal of driving and creating the product themselves. I joined Hero MotoCorp roughly 3 years back. I am not from an automotive industry. I come from, initially I was with Amazon, so I come from, we can say quick commerce, e-commerce sort of background, then moved to a digital consulting, spent some time with banking industry. In banking industry also, I was playing an innovation role there. And then eventually I moved to Hero MotoCorp. So the journey of last 3 years have been amazing. What we have done over last 3 years is, we have created internally within the organization, we have created a culture of innovation, we have created a culture of collaboration in such a way that now this team is not, I mean, I have heard a lot of, I know a lot of people in this space. Whenever we speak, I have heard from them that innovation team at their end is lacking collaboration because functions doesn't support them. For us, this thing has changed drastically because one thing that we have changed, that we are not the owner of the problem. We are the enabler of the solutions. So the final focus and the final owners of the problem solution goes back to function only. So whatever they are solving for, the credit they can take. We are the bridge between the solving entities, whether it's academia and startups, anyone else, vendors, partners, our suppliers. We have world's largest network of dealers. We have more than 900 plus dealers across India, and I'm not even counting globally. So with all of this, what we have done in the last 3 years is created an innovation portfolio, and I'll take a couple of minutes to talk about it. So the first cluster in the portfolio is internal innovation. We was chatting outside some time back. Those who are here, I don't know how many of you have read about Surge. but I would request all of you to go and read about Surge. Surge is world's first and the only product which has been created, which has the capability of converting into two-wheeler and three-wheeler at the same point in time. So it's a mechanical genius which an internal incubation team has pulled off. From inception till prototyping and now the production ready, everything has happened in less than 3 years of time. We have worked with Government of India to create a new category of for this vehicle, because till now there was no category for such vehicles to run on the road. So those are the initiatives which has given us fruits from an internal innovation bucket. We have idea, obviously everyone runs an idea crowdsourcing, so we also, not just because everyone runs it, that's why we are running, but we also have our own idea crowdsourcing platform. Our employee strength is 10,000, and easily every year we get 3,000 to 3,500 new ideas, and then we take it to the funnel is very structured and we take it to closure. The new additions to this entire portfolio is the global edition. And when I say global, what I mean is, yesterday we launched something called Hero for Startups. Hero for Startups is a very one of its own kind accelerator program which will enable the startup solving for mobility, beyond mobility towards sustainability, to work directly with us. Tomorrow we are having a masterclass here at this huddle only, which will be our first roadshow for Hero for Startups. I think it's from 4 to 5, I don't know exact timings, but in the later half. So where we'll talk about more about this. Then I'll pause, and eventually I would want at some point in time also to give a glimpse of what we are doing with our suppliers, dealers, within social innovation bucket, and the remaining part of the portfolio.
Yeah, Hero is actually a non-name in every household. Actually, if you see, in my younger age, I started driving 100cc bikes of Hero. So that is Hero Honda. Then from that day, Hero is very open to co-create innovation. So we are seeing that. And second, this Surge is very, as a new segment vehicle launching by a startup. Without a Hero support, the startup can't able to win that game, because a lot of government regulations has to be overcome. It has to be create a category for a vehicle, which is a completely a challenge for a startup. When the Hero comes, we can see that magic. It's a homologated, it is a classified, it's going to launch their production. So, Utkarsh, only one thought in that side, how your internal mechanism works, and then you have any kind of system in place to do this kind of innovations, or you will see as a product stage, or it is an idea stage. That will be helpful for all the startup companies to understand how the innovation is born from an internal system.
That's the best part. Even Surge is internally incubated. All the four co-founders of Surge are Hero employees. It's not an external startup which has come inside, and that's the beauty. So what we do, we have a couple of programs. I spoke about idea crowdsourcing program. We have an internal incubation program also known as Hero Hatch. What we do in Hero Hatch, we run out themes and people apply internally. We fund them, and when I say we fund them, we just don't give money. It's also technical resources, manpower support, whatever they need in terms of taking that idea from 0 to probably 3 or 4 TRL is what we support them. Then the business case comes into picture. Then we evaluate the business case somewhere around TRL 4 or 5 to understand what it solves for, whether it solves for classes, whether it's solving for a specific segment, or it's solving for mass. Hero has always been a mass solver organization. This festive we have sold 16 lakh vehicles. So we have always been an organization which is driving masses. So that's where the business case evaluation comes. That takes us to TRL 5 or 6. From there onwards, we start putting different scenarios in place to test the business case and also the product development goes hand in hand. So and I'll give you an example how. So this search example is a product development example. I'll give you a business development case also. I would request all of you again to go and read about Fredo. Fredo is India's largest organized two-wheeler rental space. Again, an internally incubated startup which has come up with an idea that shared mobility is going to grow. So this came 3 years back, 4 years back, before COVID, and the idea was very simple, that the shared mobility is going to grow. And they have done wonders. They are more than in 12 states in India. They have more than 3,000 vehicles in capitalization. They are doing wonderful. 98 to 99% is their overall usability score, capitalization score. Their breakdown is less than 1%. Their idle time is less than 0.8%. So what I'm saying is that even if it's a business case, the importance is equal for us internally. And once everything goes, and then our Honorable Chairman, Dr. Pawan Munjal, he has been the biggest champion and he has been the biggest advocate of innovation across organization. He himself has been driving the innovation for last 20-25 years in the organization. Currently, he's the only field that he looks as an executive chairman is innovation. I'm lucky to work under his guidance. So that's the structure. When you said what's the structure which puts things together, what also helps us is that this function in the organization is not a vertical, it's a horizontal. So what we say, that we cut across everyone, whether it's a global product team, R&D, whether it's your EV product, charging infra, any other technology, or business sales, or support functions like digital, HR and all those. We cut everyone across. So with that, the visibility of what's happening in the organization is also there. So collectively, all of these pointers, I think, are working for us in our case for putting up things together. And that's where the collaboration comes internally.
Yep. So one different direction I'm just driving you, because you've seen multiple collaboration outside India like Honda, and then now I heard Zero Bikes. Okay, but India is known for a good talent, right? So what is the difference you feel on this global technology and in Indian technology, what we are building, especially the gaps, what you are seeing it in this all the conversation what we have?
Okay, see, the gap is on both sides. There are certain gaps which we are facing as a ecosystem, and then there are certain gaps which I see on the other side, global side, and the best part is that we don't foresee. For example, the adaptability to technology, what is in India, no other country has it. We have adapted UPI, we have adapted the other digital solutions which government has given as a consumer very quickly. That's the best part when it comes to adaptability of any product, any technology in India. On the other hand, sometimes we are very rigid when it comes to testing out and experimentation. All of us want success to come first, and then to take those solutions and start building it. So we are very good in improvising solutions, but now I think it's time for us to start solving for us and for the world. And that's where I will again will quote a couple of collaborations. So those who are here, I would request to please go outside. There are a couple of vehicles standing outside, Harley 440. Please go and see. That's Hero and Harley coming together. I hope all of you know what Harley Davidson is as a brand. And Hero and Harley coming together is again a history. Those vehicles have been created in India. The R&D has been, the design has been worked in here. So again, a great contribution when it comes to Make in India contribution from that side. Globally, one thing which I have seen in organization, that the experimentation, the funnel at the experimentation level is very broad. And that's what I'm trying to solve here. That's what I'm trying to build internally, that we should be open to fail soon, learn soon, and then move forward. Failure should not be seen as one of the roadblock or bottleneck to that particular process. But it's not as easy as I have said. So I think that's the only gap in terms of talent. We have amazing talent in India. When just an anecdote, when we were thinking, brainstorming what could be the possible tagline for Hero for Startups, post multiple iteration, what we came together is transforming mobility for Bharat and beyond. So this entire program says that our startups who are in India, we will help them to transform for us, and by us, they will transform the mobility for the larger world. So I think that's the gap, that's the opportunity I would say we have to solve for the global best.
So, obviously, what do you foresee as a global leader, as a Indian automotive is going to drive the two-wheeler and three-wheeler on this transformation? What is your opinion?
Definitely see. I mean, right now, even in India, in the commuter segment, let me talk about, we will go into Premia in some time, but even in the commuter segment, the penetration which has happened versus the opportunity which is there in terms of volume, the gap is still there. There is a huge market to achieve right now. There are many people who still don't have own a two-wheeler products. So in India and in Southeast Asia or in APAC, there is a huge opportunity that that two-wheeler from India and organizations like Hero will drive the market. When it comes to mobility for four-wheelers, I mean, there the competition or the choice to consumers are much more. Even in right now, few months ago, we were discussing which car to purchase, and then now Indian consumer is moving from features again towards this non-tangible outcomes, like whether the product is safe or not, what's this tensile strength, how the product is being designed, what are the materials which are being used. Sustainability has played a very important role. Brands like us who are very cautious on what decisions we are taking, know what it means to drive sustainability. So I think yes, the quick answer is yes to your question. India is right now, and hopefully very would be driving the two-wheeler and three-wheeler. I'll add three-wheeler also, three-wheeler market globally.
Yeah, so Surge comes, you are planning to enter the three-wheeler market also?
I will hold answer of this question for another 4 months. Whether we are entering into market or disrupting, you will get to know very soon.
Yeah. So now one interesting situation is coming now in automotive, right? You rightly named the startup program is transformation, right? So mobility is going in a huge transformation, right? In that sustainability is the major focus. So we know that the background like Hero is actually invested heavily in Ether very early days, and I believe that is the one company he started driving that sustainability transportation in India at the beginning of 2015. So what is the plans for a Hero MotoCorp in a sustainability innovation basically?
Thank you, Bavil, for asking this. I wanted someone to ask this question. I was day before yesterday at IIT Delhi, no one asked this question to me. So, and I'll answer this from a product roadmap standpoint. For us, when it comes to sustainability, we have a brand called Vida. Vida powered by Hero. Again, those who are here, please go outside along with Harley, you will see a Vida V1 product. And the quick innovations on those lines are removable batteries, for example. You don't have to keep your vehicle somewhere parked and then charge it. You can just pick up the battery. I was showing you how easy it is to just pick it up and just walk and charge somewhere.
It's very easy,
Yeah. In terms of charging infra, we have worked with Ether, and now we are India's largest charging infra provider with more than 2,500 points across the country. What else we are solving for? So those who are following will know, in this year EICMA we unveiled two amazing concepts when it comes to kids bike and when it comes to the other segment of I would say the sports bike with EV. We are working very closely with Zero Motorcycles to enter both domestic and global market when it comes to EV product. But having said that, all of these products have its own timeline to come into markets. So what else we are solving for with the help of startups? The quick use cases case. So we are solving for connected, autonomous. Um, in abbreviation, S stand for secured, but for me it stands for secured and sustainability both. And A is autonomous. So these four features we are trying to solve. We also know that the responsibility of solving for anything like this is just not a marketing gimmick. We just don't want to run a bike and say that it's running on its own when when it's not safe for the consumers at the end of the day. So we understand all of these technologies have its own time frame to be executed, and that's how we are planning our product roadmap.
I'm just getting back to the startup collaboration. So typically, how you foresee this collaboration, especially the challenges in that collaboration? So the questions comes in a direction like how this collaboration works. It's kind of a IP who owns, and the technology, what is a hero role in that collaboration. All this is coming into my mind. So can you give some more insight in that kind of a direction?
Yeah, surely I can give insight today, and then no one will turn up tomorrow for a roadshow. But okay, so for us. Within Hero for Startup, one thing that we are saying that we have a corpus of roughly about 5 CR that we will spend only on POC development within next 9 months. We have divided our themes into 3 horizons, H1, H2 and H3. These are the immediate, mid-term and long-term things for us. When it comes to what's in it for startups, I mean, okay, so let me unveil this. The most unique part of this, obviously capability building is something that everyone does as part of their accelerator program. But the most unique thing about this program is, other than technology and business capability building, we are also ensuring that any startup which becomes part of our cohort, which will be roughly about 10 to 15 startups, we will help them to build their net zero journey from scratch till the time they achieve it. We will own the expenses, we will help them become, see, we can't force anyone to walk on that path, but we can, one thing that we can ensure that the knowledge to walk on that path is being cascaded to everyone down the stairs, and that's what we will ensure in terms of capacity building. Other than that, leadership support, time, mentoring, access to our technology center in Jaipur. Jaipur RCIT, which is Center of Innovation and Technology at Jaipur, is world's largest two-wheeler research center, and there are some amazing facilities that we own. We have 6 different plants in India, in different places across India. We have EV plant very near to Chennai. So idea is that we will open our gates for all of these startups to work with us, co-create it with us, solve for the challenges that we are posing for the entire mobility ecosystem, and then grow together. That's the overall genesis of the program of Hero for a Startup.
I really appreciate that opportunity what the startups is getting on this program, because if you look into the mobility segment, we are working very closely a company who's seen that transition from pure mechanical engine, then electronics based engine, then we are going into a sustainability electric vehicle. So this kind of a skill set, the field validation reports are with Hero. So it is a great insight for any startups to get involved in this program and leverage that experience and take it up. So now this is an audience time. If you have any questions to ask, you can ask now to us. So the floor is open to you. Yep.
Do we have a mic to pass on?
Hello.
Anyway, maybe I can ask loudly. Yeah. So I'm the next speaker, but I'm really interested to know because there are materials-oriented programs on.
Okay, thank you. The question was, is there a material-oriented program? Am I correct? Yes. Material, sorry, I didn't get your name, but Pabu. Pabu, thanks for being here and listening to this conversation. So guys, and Babu, for our Hero for Startup has one theme called New Age Materials. So obviously, materials, startup solving for materials automatically become a part of this entire cohort. Having said that, at our tech center in Germany, which is in Munich, there is a full-fledged work which is going on, and the startups we would be selecting here will work with that team which is sitting in Munich. Additionally, we are working very closely with a couple of academic institutions, premium most in India, to solve for this theme. Lastly, material from sustainability angle. We have already done some work and it's in public, the flex fuel vehicle which is already there. But the future is much brighter and much greener. So I think there is a lot to do on material, both from a fuel side and on material on the product itself. Our ICE vehicle claims, and just not claims, it actually has a highest disposability rate. We are working for EV also to go that path, but with the battery ecosystem and battery as a component, it's getting really difficult. Hopefully in few years, we will solve for that challenge also. This was easy one, guys, don't ask tough questions.
Very good afternoon. Thank you for the insights. My name is Joni Chan.
Sorry,
My name is Joni.
Johnny. Yeah.
We are trying to resolve the mobility issues of rural sector. So my question to you is twofold. The first one is, I'm curious to know Hero for Startups focus. Are you exclusively targeting urban market, or do you have initiatives for rural sector as well? First one. Second one, how does Hero for Startup can help small startups like us who are tackling mobility issue of rural sector?
Okay. When you say rural sector, I'm assuming you have a product which only works in rural sector. And is it a two-wheeler, three-wheeler sort of, or it's a agri product?
It's for all, and we are
Okay.
targeting the rural just because the urban is having a lot of options now.
Yeah.
We have a number of solutions for the
Correct.
urban people, but like what you said, there is a huge gap between the opportunity and the penetration in the rural sector. So that's where we are looking at with all the kind of two-wheeler, three-wheeler, and four-wheelers.
Okay. So the quick answer is yes. We have not segmented it only into ultra urban, or metro, and then rural segments. As an organization, as a product base, we have been driving the rural, or it's other way around. The rural India has been driving Hero for over years. So the solution that we are looking across our product ranges, which starts with commuter sector. When I say commuter, Splendor, how many of you know by any chance there is a product called Splendor in India? I am disappointed. I would have loved to see all hands go up, but okay. So yes, so we are solving for Splendor in commuter segment. We are solving for Premia, which is where Charisma comes, where Extreme comes, Expulse comes. Now you have Harley 440. So we are solving for that Premia segment. We are solving for EV with Vida. Very soon you will have another product range of Vida running on the roads. We are solving for shared mobility for both segments. I spoke about Fredo. Fredo is just not on tier 1 scale. Fredo is also on certain cities in India on map where tourism is the whole sole provider of the economy for that particular cities, which is tier 2 cities in India. So that's the first quick answer to your first question. The second part of question is what's in it for you. Firstly, there's no distinguishment between whether it's a large startup or a vendor or a small startup. If you are solving for us, everyone is same. The parameters to evaluate, everyone has the same parameters to be evaluated for. The only difference when it comes, and that's the gap I would again want to highlight, is most of the times, and that's my personal take, Hero is not behind this, is that most of the times I have felt that the solutions which startups are providing, they are very good for probably 1,000 vehicles, 10,000 vehicles. We serve volume. We serve 16 lakh vehicles. If the solution is not ready for 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 5 lakh vehicles, then that solution is not for us. If it can't be scaled to that level, scalability is something that I think is a challenge again. So if any one of you who's solving for that, tomorrow me and my entire team is going to be here. I have a very beautiful young 18 member team. I wish I could have said 18 years, but 18 member team. And all of us are going to be here. Please catch up with us. Let us know what you are solving for. Do attend our road show. That will be entirely networking sort of catch up, we would be love to meet you there.
I just need to add one point. Okay, so we are working very closely to two-wheeler thing, right? So which vehicle is selling more numbers in India now? So two answer for me. One is Activa, Honda Activa. Another is Splendor. So Splendor is actually ruling the rural markets. So it was, when we go to the data, we will see that difference. Where this Activa is selling more, where the Splendor is selling more. So still, I see Hero is actually is considering India is actually all the solution they have in their basket. If you see Activa, they have a Mastro, all the series they have. Then Vida is already solving. Then Splendor, I'm not seeing much companies can compete that kind of a product, what the maturity it has. Because it is started from 100cc, then upgraded to 125cc, and still people favorite on the mileage and efficiency is still Splendor. Yep.
Hello, my name is Varki.
Sorry.
So I just
Name?
Varki.
Baki.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just wanted to ask that: are you planning for using hydrogen fuel cell vehicles?
Sorry, are you
Hydrogen fuel.
hydrogen fuel vehicles?
Yeah,
Okay.
especially for three-wheelers like.
Three-wheelers?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We have not said no to any other technology, whether it's hydrogen, new age cells, different fuels. So a quick answer is yes. To three-wheeler or four-wheeler or any other form factor, we have to wait and see what future holds for us. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so.
So thanks, Utkarsh, for your time and sharing your insight to the group. So he is available tomorrow also. I think the roadshow is happening from Hero Group. So you will have a lot of interaction with him. He is available in the venue for tomorrow also. Thanks once again for the crowd for the very wonderful questions also. And thank you, Utkarsh, from my personal side. Thank you. Yep.
Thank you, Bavil. It was great to have you here. The audience have been lovely. We have our next speaker waiting very patiently. So thank you, everyone, for being here and having me here.